Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We are back in Pennsylvania, and we're back in the Poconos. Today we're at the Nothstein Preserve in Cresco, Pennsylvania. It is around a 150-acre preserve, and it is owned and managed by Paradise Township. Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you a trail map for the preserve. There was one at the kiosk in the parking area, but it was faded, so it was a little hard to see. But this is a good overview of the trails within the preserve. This was found on the broadheadwatershed.org website. So we did this lower loop here, if you can see my cursor moving here. We started, if you look at the bottom of your screen, that's Cranberry Creek Road down there at the bottom. Let me enlarge this for you a little bit. So we started right here at the bottom where it says you are here. That's where we parked along Cranberry Creek Road. And we just headed straight up. And then we had our first bridge crossing here over the creek. And then we just continued to hike along the creek to make the loop. And then when you got around here, that is where you will see in the video we hiked through that quarry, and then we just continued the loop back to the parking area. This is the parking area for the preserve right along Cranberry Creek Road. It's big enough for maybe 5 vehicles. They ask that you please do not block this private driveway to a house. And you begin the hike by going through this gate.
So as I said, Paradise Township safeguards the preserve. It protects critical forests, wetlands, and the Cranberry Creek watershed. Woo! Love seeing the wildflowers. It is still cold. I think it's only in the 40s today. Pennsylvania just is having a very cold spring. Alright, I used to know which one this was. Is that a wild geranium?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Have the wild geraniums and more violets. Nice. Lots of birds singing. The preserve features mature hardwood forests, a historic 19th century railroad culvert, and a former stone quarry, offering 3.4 miles of hiking trails. I looked on all trails and there weren't any trails coming up for this preserve on all trails. Hopefully as we keep moving I'll warm up because it's a little chilly. Oh boy, okay, we have a split here. I think we're gonna go straight. It's well marked, which is good. So if you follow the channel, my last few videos were from a trip to Delaware, and we lucked out. Our first 2 days there, it was warm. It was around 80 degrees, which was great because we ended up kayaking on that trip. And then I came back from that trip and immediately the next day jumped on a plane, went to Disney World with our son and daughter-in-law and our granddaughter. And that whole trip, it was around 90 degrees. And then we came back, and it's back in the 50s and 40s. But I'm not complaining because it's giving us a longer hiking season. Because once it hits those higher 80s and 90s, I really don't like to hike when it's really hot. I mean, we'll still go if it's, a cooler day. Just go early. But once it gets hot, I pretty much switch over to kayaking. Like we're coming up to our first bridge. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful creek. Saw this pretty cascade. Oh, wow. Coming up on another little bridge, but in the distance I can see a little waterfall. And we have some new wildflowers. Oh, these are different too. These little white ones. There's a bunch of them here by the water. Really like to get up there and get some pictures of those cascades. Yeah, that's pretty. Alright, let me see if I can get closer to those. Wow, absolutely stunning. Yeah, that's beautiful. It just keeps going up the side of the mountain there. Alright, and back to the bridge. Catch up to Sue. This is the most wildflowers we've seen so far, other than when we went to Delaware. They were much further ahead and they're blooming. Oh wow, that's pretty. Alright, looks like we're coming up on another pretty cascade here. This is what I love. Hiking along a creek with all of these little cascades and waterfalls, and the birds are singing. It doesn't get much better. There's a nice shot without the log blocking it. It looks like there's more cascades right up there. What a beautiful stream. Oh wow, that's stunning. Each little section of cascades is just as pretty as the last, if not prettier. All right, that was the first fall on the trail. It's pretty rocky, so and stepping over that twig, and down I went. First fall of the year. Sure, it's gonna be a nice bruise. But this is worth it. See if I can catch up to Sue. This is what happens sometimes when you're filming. I think, jeepers, I'm trying to remember the last time I fell. I think it was on the Appalachian Trail. I had just taken my phone out to check our directions, and I should have put it right back in my pocket, because then I was trying to concentrate on going down some rocks with the cell phone in my hand and fell. I think that was Wolf Rocks section of the Appalachian Trail in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Up there. Wow, it's beautiful. See if I can get you up there. Had my first fall of the year.
Oh, you fell?
Oh, I went down.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yep.
And I wasn't there.
I went down.
In the water?
No, there was a twig across the trail and rocks, and I just went down. Yep.
You okay?
Yeah, I think I'm alright. Shin. My shin. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think my camera might be a little crooked after that fall. But coming up on another set of beautiful cascades here. We were just saying how beautiful it is here. So many birds too, but these cascades are just stunning. Probably not going to be able to make it out on camera, but we have a scarlet tanager up in the tree here. I'll insert some pictures. It's gorgeous. Alright, looks like we're coming up to a pretty substantial bridge across the creek. It's been really well marked. There was only one spot we walked a little bit further than we should, but we were distracted by the creek. Otherwise, it's really been marked well. I'll take you across with us. This is so pretty. What a beautiful preserve. Looks like we have some uphill. I think this will take us away from the creek. Still trying to watch for wildflowers. I have a nice big lump on my leg from where I went down. So I'm going to have to ice that when I get home. Doesn't really hurt, but it's pretty swollen. Still looking for flowers. All right. And you know what was really nice about this preserve? I haven't seen one piece of garbage. We have a view from above now of the creek. Coming up on another footbridge. There's been so many. I hear a wood thrush.
Oh, here's the...
Oh, there's a trillium.
They're facing down.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, that looks like the purple.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're almost done. Well, we saw some trillium. Did you look up what this is? Is this solid?
Hellebore.
Hellebore. Hellebore.
But it does, the one down there had a flower.
Flower on it, yeah. Some kind of little buggy on there. Oh, there's some yellow flowers up there.
Oh yeah, I see them.
All right, let's see. Looks like we're going up, up, up. All right, I think we just, yep, we did. Just came to the quarry section. Wow, look at that. I think we walked right down through this, Sue.
Oh wow, that's what that video had.
Yeah, because here's the yellow blazes here on the tree. Really cool. Very diverse preserve. It's not that big, around 150 acres, but very diverse. And we were just remarking about the scat. So, probably coyote. There's quite a bit of it up here. Woo. Yeah, and it's pretty big.
There's some more caca here.
Mm-mm.
And there.
Oh, wow.
This must be the toilet.
This is the bathroom. Alright, let's walk down through this quarry. Get a shot of it on my camera first. Yeah, this is really cool. This is the old quarry section. There's a little pool of water over here, I bet, in the spring that the frogs like that. Oh, there's a birdie in the water. Look at that. Yeah, it's getting ready to skedaddle. Oh, lots of tadpoles. Pretty cool. Oh, this little pool here is teeming with life. Got a couple pictures of the birds that were in the water. So I'll throw those in. I'm not sure what they were. Did you see those birds?
Yeah.
I think sandpipers or...
He flew, so I really didn't get
Yeah,
a look
I took
at
a few pictures. Oh, more scat. That's a big coyote.
They must come here shooting. There's shells all over the place.
Very cool. I've been pleasantly surprised with every preserve in the Poconos that I visited. They're all pretty different, but very cool. It's probably going to take me, let's see, a month to get this uploaded just because I still have footage from Delaware that I have to get up. Right, that's private property there. I see a yellow blaze here. We are getting closer to the trailhead. And I think I've mentioned in other videos that I've done on the preserves in the Poconos that every time I find another one to go to, I look on the map and another one pops up. Close to here there is the Van Buskirk Farm Preserve, and we're very close to one of the first ones that I did in the Poconos, the Paradise Price Preserve, which was great. And we're really not far from the Nothstein Preserve. And I still want to get to Devil's Hole, but I'm waiting for some nice weather because that one we have to cross the creek a couple of times, but there's no bridges. You walk through the creek, so we need some warmer days. Hopefully I can get some more preserves in before the weather turns hot, or we'll be switching over to kayaking. We do an annual kayak pretty much every year. We go up to Promised Land State Park. So that's on our list. We actually just mentioned it on the drive here. So, and then I want to get back to Tuscarora State Park. I've hiked there in the past. I think that was before I was filming, but I want to get down there and kayak. I had wanted to start my all trails when I got to the preserve and started hiking, and I forgot. But I remembered pretty quickly. We were maybe a quarter mile in, and I started recording just to give me an idea of our mileage for today. I still haven't gotten a new smartwatch. Alright, so we just came to the trail junction. We had come in from that way. We went up that way. We just popped out from here. And we're headed back to the car. This is that first little stream that we crossed over. Thanks so much for following along. If you haven't already, please give the video a like. It helps the channel out. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps the channel out. And by subscribing, you'll see when I have new videos come out. Today is May 11th. We have a big trip coming up in September to Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks. But I'll be hiking all over Pennsylvania until then. Thanks so much for following along. I'll let you know our total mileage when we get back to the car. Alright, so we have just finished our hike, made it back to the car. My phone is showing 1.57 miles for our hike, but it's probably closer to 2 miles because I didn't start it when we got on the trail. Thanks again for following along. I'll catch you on the next adventure.